Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel. Today we begin with a heartbreaking story from Cairo, Egypt. According to the report, a young South Sudanese medical student by the name Tong Gong lost his life after being attacked by unknown people. Tong was in his fourth year of medical school at the University of Cairo. He had dreamed of becoming a doctor, returning home and helping his people. Sadly, those dreams have been cut short. According to report, Tong left his home in Mahdi, a neighboring hood in Cairo, for an evening walk on Tuesday. Hour later, he was found lying unconscious, bleeding heavily. When the Egyptian police arrived, witnesses say they delayed giving him help instead of rushing him to hospital. They reportedly say they were investigating the case. His friend and colleague begged them to let Tong receive medical care, but after 6 hours of waiting, he was finally handed over to his family and fellow students. By that time, it was too late. He died before reaching the hospital. The police have not yet confirmed who was behind the attack. Some suspects from the South Sudanese community in Cairo have been taken for questioning. Investigations are still ongoing right now. Tong was only 2 years away from finishing medical school. His classmates describe him as humble, hardworking, and always smiling. His death has brought pain not only to his family but also to the larger South Sudanese community living in Egypt. This is not the first time such cases have happened. Over the past year, several South Sudanese nationals have been killed in Cairo and other cities. Many community leaders are calling on both the Egyptian authorities and the South Sudanese embassy to take a strong action to protect their citizens. Every life is valuable, you know. The death of Tong Gong is not just a family loss, but a loss to South Sudan and to Africa. Tong wanted to be a doctor and save life, but his life was cut short. We need justice and strong protection for South Sudanese students studying abroad. The government must stand up for its people wherever they are. Our top story, second, political tension in South Sudan, charges against Dr. Machar. In Juba, South Sudan, where political tension is again rising, the opposition group, the Sudan People Liberation Movement in opposition, SPLM-IO, has strongly condemned the charges placed against Dr. Riek Machar, the leader of the SPLM-IO, and other senior officials. President Salva Kiir Mayardit recently announced the suspension of Dr. Machar, who will serve as the first vice president, along with the Petroleum Minister, Mr. Potkang Chol. The decision was broadcast live on the state television SSBC. This came just hours after the Minister of Justice, Joseph Geng, said that Dr. Machar and 7 other SPLM-IO members would face trial. The charges include serious crime, treason, murder, terrorism, and crime against humanity. But SPLM-IO leaders have rejected the charges. As much, the deputy chair of SPLM-IO National Committee for Foreign Relations say the charges are fabricated and baseless. He warned that the move is an attempt to destroy the fragile peace agreement and turn South Sudan into a one-party system. Moy say the government is using the justice system for politics. He also pointed out that recent changes in the judiciary, including the sacking of the Chief Justice and the appointment of officials linked to powerful individuals, show that the court are no longer independent. He also mentioned the appointment of Sarah Peter Nyot, wife of Vice President Benjamin Bolmel, as a Counsel General in the Ministry of Justice. According to SPLM-IO, this evidence of nepotism and political control. The opposition insists that under the peace agreement, only a hybrid court backed by African Union can prosecute leaders over past conflict. Any other trial, they say, is illegal and politically motivated. This development is worrying many people because it raised fear that the peace deal signed in 2018 is falling apart. Analysts warn that South Sudan, could slide back into instability. Elections that were supposed to take place this year have already been delayed until 2026, and we all know that. South Sudan is still young as a country, and peace is the most important thing. If leaders cannot sit together and solve problems through dialogue, then the people will continue to suffer, whether guilty or not. Dr. Machar deserves a fair and open trial, not political game. The country needs peace, not division. Well, growing fear of renewed fighting in South Sudan, this political crisis is also connected to the growing tension in Upper Nile State. Back in March, fighting broke out between the Nuer Army, a community defense group linked with the Nuer people, and the South Sudan People Defense Forces (SSPDF). The clash happened in Nasser County, Upper Nile. Reports say hundreds of soldiers were killed or wounded. A government brigade commander also lost his life. The conflict started after government force tried to disarm local civilians, as we all know. After the fighting, Uganda reportedly sent troops into South Sudan, and there were also bombing in Nasser and eastern Nuer areas. Some sources claim that chemical substances were used in the attack. Following this, many SPLIO leaders were arrested in Juba, including Dr. Machar, Chief of Staff General Gabriel Doblam, and Petroleum Minister Pot Kangchul. The SPLMIO say these arrests and charges are politically motivated and are meant to weaken the opposition before election. They are calling on regional leaders, especially Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who helped mediate the peace deal in 2018, to step in quickly. The peace agreement was supposed to end suffering, but right now it looked weak. If both sides continue fighting and arresting each other, the people of South Sudan will continue to suffer in poverty, displacement, and insecurity. The leader must remember that they are chosen to serve the people, not to fight for power. When we look at the bigger picture, these events show how fragile peace in South Sudan remains. The country has been struggling with conflict since independence in 2011. The 2013 to 2018 civil war killed almost 400,000 people and displaced millions. After these people have been targeted, the 2018 peace agreement brought hope, but progress has been very slow. Security arrangement, constitutional reform, and power sharing remain unresolved. Now, with Dr. Machar suspended and facing charge, many are afraid that the peace deal could collapse. South Sudan was supposed to hold election this year, but because of dispute and lack of progress, elections have been postponed until 2026. People are asking, will peace last long? Will peace or will that last long? The peace really last long? The leader must put the nation first. South Sudan is rich in oil and resources, but the people are poor because of endless political conflict. If peace collapses again, the ordinary citizen, women, children, and youth will be the one who suffer most. The time for unity and dialogue is now. We all know that all the things that are happening, they can be stopped by Salva Kiir Mayardit. But Kiir Mayardit chose differently. By arresting the opposition leader, this is indicating that the 2018 peace agreement collapsed. If you are new to my channel, I would like you to support this channel by subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any update on this channel. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.